they realised that we could start to actually generate life. Hi, this is the BigCraigO here, and we're about to do our next deck tech article. Today we're going to be focusing in on the combination of red and black Rakdos, and specifically we're going to be trying out a Rakdos Midrange deck. So let's go and have a look at the deck, I guess. That's where we start. Okay, so let's have a look at the deck. So as it says there, it's Rakdos Midrange. Rakdos is generally a colour combination of red and black, which means it's got the ability to have explosive sort of direct damage, plus also black, which means that you can use your life total to generate power spells or get more out of it. In this particular build, what we're looking around is two key cards. The first one being Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Now it says there one red, one black for a 6/6. That's not completely true. When you play this card from your hand, it must be sacrificed. And then what the ultimate goal is to actually play it from your graveyard for its escape cost of 2 red, 2 black, and exiling 5 other cards that allows you to have it come and play as a 6/6 and stay on the battlefield. As it says there, whenever Kroxa enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. The idea is that you basically strip your opponent's hand, so they've got no way of being able to deal with issues. And they take damage every time that they can't actually discard a card that's not a land card. The other card that this deck really revolves or uses to its advantage is probably the Village Rights and Claim the Firstborn, so I suppose it's 2. Claim the Firstborn allows you to grab one of your opponent's creatures, and then the Village Rights allows you to sack that creature to draw 2 cards, which gives you that turn. It does run a sideboard as well, which I'll show you here. We're not actually going to be playing any best of 3, so that's largely irrelevant, but I wanted to show you as well. Alright, let's have a look at the mana curve. So here's the mana curve. As you can see there, 21 creatures in this deck, so it is quite a mid-range deck, or quite an aggro type deck, in the sense that it has the ability to be able to put down quite a lot of power into the battlefield. It has an average casting cost of 2.4. As you can see there, the majority of the sort of cards that you get look at casting on the creature side of it are sort of 2, 3 and 4 drop creatures. There are a handful, as you saw before, of 1 drop cards, but primarily that's where it starts off. Okay, let's go and see how it works. Okay, as with the Deck Tech series, we play the first game against Sparky, the Arena's AI program. This allows us to just sort of talk a bit more freely and take time explaining what the lines of play are. So this hand here is a bit slow as far as the mana sources, but that's not terrible for us as far as we get to see what our opponents are going to do anyway. So we're going to keep it for this point in time. Okay, so we're basically going to play our Scry land to start off with. This will sort of let us set up other plays and lines of play, at least understanding what we can do. We seem to be up against some sort of green deck that Sparky's got going on. At this point, I'm going to play the 3 points of life and start building our pressure up. So our opponent then discards a card, and this, as I said before, this Kroxa goes to our graveyard, and we have the ability to pay it for its escape cost. We've stripped a card out of their hand. Keep building up our board state. Destroy their 2/2. we could grab their 1/1, but to be honest, I don't really think that's a good use of that card. I'd rather wait until we've got ability of being able to sack whatever we grab and gain the benefit from that as well. Okay, so we drop down to 15. See what our opponent does. Sparky just passes the turn through. Okay, I'm going to use the Fabled Passage just because I want to start getting cards into our graveyard. So we've got a couple of 2 black and 2 red for all intents and purposes now. So cast the Woe Strider. This is a 3/2. It comes into play with a 0/1 white goat creature token also. And now we've got a sack engine there, so we can actually start to sacrifice other things, and that gives us the benefit of being able to scry. So let's sacrifice this Mystic, move on to the attack step, attack them with their own creature. Always remember to do that, and then sacrifice that creature so that we can scry one. Another land, that's not bad, so we'll keep that. And then we just pass turn. As you can see, it is a mid-range deck. It's not designed to be particularly explosive and start pushing down turn 3 lethal damage. It's designed to build up the resources over a period of time. Got a red this time. We've got a mountain, forests. Play the Bone Crusher out. Attacking with that. Just attacking for 3. We've got a burn spell there left if we wanted to. We could just do that, but I think we'll sit back and wait for a little bit. Okay. Alright, so when it enters the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each other creature you control. Cool, so none in this chat in this particular circumstance. Burn their face. And sacrifice this goat to scry. Yep, okay, that's good. My turn. Okay, first things first, play another land. I'm going to play out that Tiramat calls the dead, mills 3 cards into our graveyard. Now we could get rid of this Kroxa, making a 2/2, but I'm going to decline at this stage. Play the other Bone Crusher Giant and attack him with both of these creatures. The reason I want to attack them with both, if they block either of these, which they will, it just clears the path for later on. Okay. Maybe not. Alright, so they're down to 10. Excuse me. Alright, 4/2. Alright, so we'll get rid of one of the Woe Striders to make it 2/2. I'm going to play Kroxa, getting rid of a bunch of cards that we have no desire to keep. Okay, they're unable to discard a card, so they take 3 damage straight off the bat. Keep the other one, still going to stack. They take another 3 going to 4. We attack him with our 2/4/3s. I have to block both, otherwise it's all bad for them. We're in a fairly good position to take the game. We'll just swing in for lethal. There we go.
You got me.
Yeah, we did, Sparky. see there how the deck's designed to just sort of chip away and grind away at your opponent and basically put yourself in a good position to be able to crush them. Our opening hand looks fairly strong. It's got a good mix of land, a couple of creatures. This will get us started. Say hello to our opponent. Cameras. A bit of love. So, end our turn. Red and blue. Interesting. Red. Gonna get them to mill a card if they don't counter it. If they counter it, they counter it. Our opponent here is a bit of a thinker by the look of it. Discarded a shredded sails, which is fine. Set ourselves up for if for some reason we get access to the ability to grab one of their creatures, sack it. It's completely possible that they kill the Woe Strider. So be it. Bone Crusher attacks him. I'll block with the goat. Why they're taking so long to make a decision. Yes. Okay. A little cheeky, but I'm sort of confused as to what they're waiting for. Sort of permission. Thrilling stuff here, folks. A Bone Crusher giant killing a goat. It is a pretty goat. Maybe he's really lamenting. No, he's done it now. He's made the decision. Bone Crusher giant has made Mr. McGoaty into goat pate. Seems to be trembling in fear at the might of this Rakdos deck. What they need to realise is that I'm piloting it, so it's pretty good chance that they're going to win. Okay. And then, right, so play another red, so we've got one red, or two red, two black, so that gives us the ability to have multiple things on the battlefield this turn. The graveyard's quite healthy now, so we'll be able to cast this next turn from escape from our graveyard, and basically means that we've got a 6/6 creature that can do damage, which is going to be quite devastating for most decks to try and deal with. And if for some reason they have some air cav, we can also go down the Predator Vampire Dragon path, which is quite disgusting. Lovely, but disgusting. Yeah. Nice. Play lands. Escape-equipped Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send your podcast to the grapevine, hey. Put you in your place, look. Keep your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from grapevine. Send your podcast to the grapevine. Yeah. It's all good. Okay. Basically, want to draw out the counter spell. There's no point us sitting back trying to play around it. Just run into it. We run into it. It's no big deal. Basically, our opponent needs to come up with the answers at this stage. Next turn, we're going to try and play this saga to give us some more width in our battle. Okay, that's nice. That's a good solution. Drops us down to 18. Okay, so change your plans, play a land, play this, 4, kill this, submit, order pay. No attacks. Scratch my leg. Send your podcast to the grave. So our opponent is seems to be really taking their time with every decision, which is completely up to them. No problem. Play another land. Like that. Play this. Sit back and let's see what happens, hey? Lock it. Bit of a stalemate, I would say. Now, if they activate the Faceless Haven, I'm all good with that. I will lock it with the Predator, lock the Bone Crusher Giant for damage sacrifices on the kill to give this indestructible
Send your punk ass to the great boy.
So let's sacrifice it right now.
Send your punk ass to the great boy.
Get rid of their gold Sand Dragon. Mill 3 cards, exile creature or enchantment. Let's go with an enchantment. Do this.
Send your punk ass to the great boy. Send your punk ass to the great boy.
Okay, so they go down to
Send
17.
your punk ass to the great boy.
I'll attack him for 4. Get rid of their robber.
Send your punk ass to the great boy.
Down to 12. End turn.
Send your punk ass to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Keep your thoughts on the floor like Facebook. Yo, got them from great boy. Send your punk ass to the great boy.
Battlefield.
Put you in your place, look. Keep your thoughts on the floor like Facebook.
Just scroll 1 and down 1, but that's okay.
Send your punk ass to the great boy.
I'll be able to
Send your punk ass to the
keep
great
this
boy.
zombie alive. We'll see what happens. If they activate this and attack you with 10 damage, I have
Send your
to
punk ass to the great boy.
block what I need to block.
Send your punk ass to the great.
They're taking every one of their opportunities to consider everything, that's for sure.
Send your punk ass to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Keep your thoughts on the floor like Facebook. Yo, got that from great boy. Send your punk ass to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Keep your thoughts on the floor like Facebook. Yo, got that from great boy. Send your punk ass to the 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 great boy.
Take 6 here, it's a bit scary.
Send your punk ass to the great.
I know we won't take 2 because we block that, that's right. My babe.
Send your punk ass to the great boy.
Sure. play the giant on the back of it. Yeah. Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 3, 6. Is this a land card? Potentially pump that up twice. Scary. 5 cards in the graveyard. As you can tell, this is definitely a mid-range deck. It's a lot slower, but it doesn't help that our opponent is super slow play. I'm sure they don't play real cards in the store because they'd get a lot of warnings. Okay, so we've got sure. Can they? No, they can't. So there's some my turn.
Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from Grapevine. Send your podcast to the Grapevine. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from Grapevine. Send your podcast to the Grapevine.
I have to block this.
Send your podcast to the Grapevine. Send your podcast to the Grapevine.
Basically, we've got 2 ground pounders and 1 flyer as far as to block with. So we'll see how we go. We get there, finally. Well, our opening hand looks fairly reliable, so we've got a couple of things that we can do early game and build it out toward that Kroxa and put him onto the battlefield permanently. So we'll keep this one, push our opponent Kurt C. Hose. An awesome start. Now I'm going to play the Fabled Passage out and just sit back a bit, let them do their thing. Well, at this point in time, they're not going to do their thing. I would suggest that we've got a red and a black, so I'll go for another red and play our black land. Start filling our graveyard up a little bit. See what they grab. Excuse me. Lands. Yeah, get rid of this. Attack for 2. have the ability to be able to play this. If they drop another land, they can play the giant out, which is fine. They bring their tap land. That's good. Play a land. Get them to discard something, just for giggles. Attacking the 2/2 zombie. Set up down and they'll block it. The ability next turn to flip it into a giant, that's fairly good, or to make bulky as well. And the downside of them at this point is I'm not really interested in too much of their shenanigery. Okay, so we need a red land, which is fine. We'll get there. It's just a matter of continuing to improve our board state at this point. Attacking with the death touching creature, because if they flip it, that's fine. They still have to block a death toucher. Yeah. Okay. So it's a 4/3. They're trying to ramp up into something larger and in charger. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Block here. We basically have the ability at this point to start to really push through some damage, so I'll take this. We're really hanging for that second red. Oh well. Ultimatum. Okay. See what they pick. As we talked about earlier, this deck is a mid-range deck. It's designed to sort of be in that spot where you slowly build into it. You're going to find yourself, if you play a deck like this or another mid-range, playing against everything from super aggressive aggro all the way through to control builds. And this deck is not overwhelmed by anything in particular. So just do like so. team.
Send your podcast to the grid.
We get there, they just ran out of steam and knew that they couldn't finish us. So, all right, let's go to the next game. Whoops! I started playing the accepted the hand without actually starting to record. So we've got some land, we've got some creatures, and we've got a couple of spells. So it's not a bad hand from my point of view. I'm just going to keep on. I've already said hello to our opponent, Matt Gold TT. So good luck to them. All right. Possibly mono white life game, which is okay with me. This deck is good at the middle of everything, so it can play against both ends of the spectrum, so, which is quite good. There, play the Giants. Just keep building up our position on the board. So I'm going to play this land taps, and then I'm going to play a death touching zombie merfolk. Sure. One more land would make me a happy man.
Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Podcast of the Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
No attacks.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Basically, our opponent. Oh, what are they going to do here? It's a tough gig. Yeah. Alright, so block. Block. Alright. we'll sit back and just keep chipping away and let them do their thing. Okay, so what are you going to grab? Okay. That's fair. Sure. That didn't work out like I wanted it to. No attacks. Alright, so we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 currently. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. That is not ideal. So we've got 6 there. 3 more there. We've got a 10. Yeah. See if we can get there, right? Don't draw a land, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. No attacks. Oh, that's good. For you. Basically going to build up our board status best we can. It's not going to be a quick finish, but we can still get there.
podcast of the great.
Doesn't matter. Couple of days are beautiful.
Send your podcast of the great.
Get rid of that. Get rid of this.
Send your podcast of the
Yeah.
great. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the board like Facebook. Yo, got them from great boys. Send your podcast of the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the board like Facebook.
Before we get rid of the creatures, let's go. 1, 2,
Send your podcast of
3,
the great boy.
4, 5.
Send your podcast of the great boy. Send your podcast of the great boy.
No attacks. Enter. Nice.
Send your podcast of the great. Send your podcast of the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the board like Facebook. Yo, got them from great boy. Send your podcast to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the board like Facebook. Yo, got them from great boy. Send your podcast to the 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 great boy.
Oh gosh.
Send your
I didn't think
podcast
about
to the
the
great boy.
mall. Uh-oh. Oh, they don't have enough mana at this stage to do it. Okay.
Send your podcast to the great boy. Send your podcast to the great boy.
Oh.
Send your podcast to the great. Send your podcast to the great boy. Send your podcast to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the board like Facebook. Yo, got them from great boy. Send your podcast to the great boy. Hey, put you in your place, look.
Well,
Send your podcast bar like Facebook. Yeah, got that from Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Hey, put you in your place, look. Leave your thoughts on the bar like Facebook. Yo, got that from Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Kill him.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Nice.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Oh well. He did.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy. Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Okay, so we keep basically
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
doing what we do. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keeps them off what they've got in their hand, makes them cause takedowns, etc.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
And then we get there when they realise that we can start to actually generate live.
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
Woohoo! Well, so that was some interesting games. It took a bit longer than I expected to get through them, but you always forget
Send your podcast to the Great Boy.
mid-range is almost like a control deck with a bit of the aggro mixed in for fun. All in all, I would give this deck probably, I'd say a B+. A B+, yeah. I think it's very resilient, especially in the current meta. It's not going to struggle against the aggro as so many decks do. It's not going to struggle at the sort of lower end where there's that quick type of decks where you aren't able to put something come together to be able to protect yourself. But on the same token, it's also able to survive some of the ultimatum decks as well. You know, it sort of sits in that sort of spot as mid-range generally does, in the middle. I think it's a good deck. I think that if you're interested in playing some decks against some other decks that you don't actually feel like you're outclassed, so that you've got options, I think that it's a good selection. I think as the meta evolves with Strixhaven, the new sets coming out, new deck types, archetypes, and also the current meta decks evolve, this might be something that becomes a lot more powerful. So yeah, we'll see what happens. As always, a little bit shameless plug here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, if you're keen to come and hang out, I stream on Twitch under the BigCraigO from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 10 hours. If that's outside your possibility because of other commitments like sleeping, if you're in another country, feel free to give us a like, a subscribe on the YouTube and or Facebook pages, also under the BigCraigO. That all helps, obviously, especially on YouTube if you're able to watch some of the content there. It sort of gives us some financial support as well. We've been really, really lucky over the last couple of weeks. We've hit some big milestones, so I'm very, very happy with all the support guys are doing. So please take genuine appreciation from me. I really do appreciate it. I've got a couple of channel supporters that I wanted to give a shout out to as well. So we've got Grey Viking Games. So if you're up for arena codes, check out the notes below, the comments below, etc. There's a link there that you can click on that will take you through to their website where you can pick up any codes for boosters or different themes, etc., decks, etc. We don't actually, it doesn't cost you any more to do that. If you use that link, it means that anything that you purchase, we get a small kickback from, which helps us to support the channel, get some giveaway codes, etc., rather than me having to buy them out of my pocket all the time, as you can imagine, with everything else. So yeah, it just helps out. And then the other one is Stratagem Games. Spectrum Games. They are a channel partner of ours. Really good people based out of Sydney, Australia. Have an online store at www.spectrumgaming.com.au. They are purveyors of all things physical, and by that I mean if your face-to-face magic needs, contact them. Have a look at their website. They've got all the cards, they've got all the accessories. If there's anything that they don't have and you're keen, let them know. They may be able to get it for you and they'll look after you. So yeah, good people. So other than that, guys, really appreciate it. I'll be back on streaming Monday, so hopefully get to see some of you there. This sort of series of deck techs is getting a lot of positive reviews from everyone. So yeah, feel free to comment below what decks you'd like to see me do next. The reason I've done Rakdos is because I had a few people message me and asked for Rakdos because they thought that it was a deck that not a lot of people have sort of talked about for a while. So yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you soon.